Alright, hey YouTube, it's Rose or Idols. Okay, so first things first, it's been so long since I made a video between like work and just things going on like in my personal life. I haven't really been feeling like making videos. Like I made some, but I didn't like upload them or anything because it was just like I didn't feel bothered enough to do it. I don't know. But I don't know, I just kept on telling myself, okay, like in the next 2 days I'll make a video, or in the next week, until like a couple months went by and I didn't make a video. But I'm back now, if you can tell by the title. But I don't know, this is not going to be a box opening video. This is just going to be me talking to you guys, letting you guys know what's going on with me in the hobby and like what I don't want to say going through, but what I'm trying to do with my collection, etc. So yeah, we're just gonna hop into it. So yeah, everyone here is like, I guess in a sense you could say complete, that they have a head and a body, and yeah, like I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, I just been going through this thing where I had so many dolls, heads, bodies, some complete, some not. It was just a mess. I had like so many dolls, and like I looked at them all and thought to myself, like, why do I have all of these? Like, I don't know, it was just, I just went through a time where I was just like, oh, he's pretty, she's pretty, I want, like, I need, do I really need it? No. So these are who I currently, well, I'm not too sure about him, but this is who I currently like have right now and I'm happy with. So I want to talk about them, not their character per se, but what they are, etc. So we'll start with him. So he's actually the Merry Doll around Olathe sculpt. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. I mean, you guys should be. It's a female sculpt. She's pretty popular, but yeah. So he, I don't know if you guys can see him well. He came with the eyes, and he's on a Resin Soul 1/3 body, which I really like because I like Resin Soul. When I used to have MSDs, I used to have a lot of Resin Soul, but I don't know, I sold them and I haven't gotten one ever since. But I like this body because, okay, sorry guys. So he's like, I don't know if you can tell, but he's like my shortest doll right now, and a lot of the clothes that I have are for like 1/3 or was it SD13 or SD17. So this, like, these clothes don't really fit him. They're like, only this shirt I could find really fit him, and like some other girl shirts. But pants wise, I had to fold these up, and then like they're pulled up super high, but they still keep on falling off of him. But yeah, so even the shoes, like, they don't fit, but this is like the best I could find. And I hate these shoes too, but whatever. But he's like really short. Like, he's, compared to everyone else, like, look how short he is. And that's like a no-no, because I'm not sure, I think he might be 60, I don't even think he's 65, because like, look at this. Well, he probably is 65 centimeters. But compared to everyone else, he looks 14, and I don't have an issue with that. It's just the height. I can't, like, I don't want to say I have a standard, but I just, like, my boys have to be like 66 centimeters. Okay, it depends on the 65 centimeter. Like, some 65 centimeters don't look like 65 centimeters when you add a head on. It could look a little bit taller, but it's just like, the doll has to be like, it can't be this short, because like Tay is like my all-time, and I could only allow them to be like, their head to be at his shoulders, male wise. So if a male's head is below Tay's shoulders, it's not gonna work. So unfortunately, I don't know, I was thinking of selling this body and getting him the Resin Soul Long. I think it's called Resin Soul Long. But there's like, I want to say 2 issues with that. One being, because the long, if you could see his chest, it's freaking gorgeous. Like look at that. Like, I love it because he's slim, and like he still has like definition, and his nipples too. I don't know if you can really tell because the lighting is always super bright, but he has like nice little nipples. It's like cute. But I really like this body, but I know with the Resin So Long, he has like a really feminine looking chest. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want, if that's what you're gonna go for. But me personally, like, I like my men to look like men and my females to look like females. Like, you know, I prefer like skinnier, slim bodies, which he has, but it's just the chest throws me off. Like, it's like he has half formed breasts, and I look at him just like, how did this, like, who made this was just like, yeah, this is what I want, like, you know. But I don't know, I was gonna send the head cap to Resident Soul and have them make him a body in tan with this color, because, you know, like, he has to be color matched or whatever. But now I was like, what if, like, I do that and then like spend all that money and I don't want him anymore, you know? So I don't know. And then another thing was, like, I don't want to sell this body, and then turns out I don't want the head, and it's like I'm selling a headless body when I could just sell it together, because, you know, oh, by the way, I think I'm the third owner. I don't remember the person that I bought this from on Instagram, but I think she said she was the second owner, and the first owner sent the head cap to Resin Soul and got this body color matched, which is why he looks so perfect on it. But yeah, so I don't know, I didn't want to do all that, and turns out I didn't want the body, so I think I'm just gonna wait and see, like, if I like the face. I really like it right now, and the eyes that goes with it. Oh, by the way, I'm making a wig. Light is so bright you can't even tell, but I'm making him a wig. It's not supposed to be up like this. I just put it up because it's not finished, as you can see. But I started to put some white on this side, but I don't know if I want it to be like half white, half black. So I just stopped because I was kind of running out of white. This is lamb fur, Tibetan lamb fur, but yeah, I started to run out and I just stopped. But yeah, I don't know. He's just so short. Like, I don't mind the body. It's just he's so short. Look at this. Like, I don't know, cause like I have a Zod right there, the redhead. He's short, but he's not this short. It's like he's like a little kid. And the thing is, I told myself that when I sold my my what are they called? MSDs and the little ones, whatever they're called, like the little, like the 1.6 USD. Yeah, when I sold my MSDs and USDs, I told myself that I would not be buying any more dolls that are not in the similar size, like in that kind of similar range, because when you buy different size dolls, that's more money, because you gotta buy, if you buy, let's say you buy a female MSD and a female SD, and then a male SD and a male MSD, that's like 4 different types of clothes, as opposed to getting a SD male, an SD female, or MSD vice versa, whatever, and then you can just get 2 types. Or if you want to be even more cheap about it, those 2 dolls can share the same type of clothes if they have like similar styles. So I don't know, I'm so conflicted, guys. But I was thinking like a price, because I still have my the bag, is that, yeah, the USD bag or MSD bag. It was like, you know how Resin Soul comes out with like bags that they give you with the doll. So I still had one, so I was thinking of selling this body with the bag for maybe like $150. I don't know, I would have to look on the website to see how much tans cost, because this body, I think, I don't remember the price for this body, but I know on resinsoul.com the tan color is like an extra $15. So I don't know, I would have to work out the pricing, but that was just what I was coming up with, like, for right now. But yeah, so his character's name is Zane. As you can see, he doesn't have a face up. I'm currently like drawing him one like on paper, but I don't know if I want to do it myself or if I want to send him out. Usually I do my doll's face ups, but lately just 2. I only have 2 that I sent out, but everyone else has my face up. But I don't know, I'm conflicted, guys. But that's him, that's Zane. And then you guys already know Tay. Tay recently, for the very first time, went outside. None of my dolls I take outside. I don't take any of them outside. They all stay inside because I'm a hermit and I don't go. I just stay inside, play video games, and draw and read and listen to music. So, but recently I met Kohaku Creations through Instagram. I wanted her to do some hoodies for me, so I commissioned her, and fabulous, like amazing. I could show them to you later, but she made some hoodies for me, and she also gave me some freebies. But anyways, through that we talked, and turns out that we live in the same area, so we actually did a dolly meetup, and then we took some pictures. It was her boy Iki. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but I'll put her link in the description so you could go check her out. But it was really cool, like actually seeing somebody else's doll in person, because it was like, I always feel like don't laugh at me, but I always feel like in this hobby, like I feel weird because it's like I'm a adult, like, you know, collecting dolls and stuff, and they're spending all this money on dolls, and it's just like I never like think that there's other people out there like me, even though there is, but to actually meet someone like me in person kind of like blew my mind, like, you know, this is a real thing, like this is not, I'm not crazy. But yeah, so that was actually really cool. You can go on her Instagram or my Instagram to check out the pictures, which I'll put in the description. But anyways, here's Tay right now. I have him in his blonde wig. He usually either has this blonde wig that I made, or he has this black one that I bought with that has bangs. But yeah, I kind of decided for Tay that I wanted to keep him in shorts mostly. Like I just like the way he looks in shorts. I don't know, I just feel like it's cuter to see his legs than it is to like cover them. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about his character right now. That's something I want to do later on when I have everything sorted out. But this is Tay. It's Tayo, but I just call him Tay for short. Yeah. Okay, new boy is Hashish. So he's actually, oh, by the way, Tay is a Sim Heliot, and he's on a doll chateau body. But this is my new boy, Hashish, and he is a Feeple 65 Lawrence. I don't think he's limited. Is he a limited edition? I don't know. I don't know. But I found him on the marketplace on Instagram, and he was actually a really good price. I think he was $130 with shipping and everything. So he was actually a really good price, and he came with the company face up, and I decided to like darken it up. I don't know if you can like tell, but I actually have it on my story on Instagram. I have like a before and after of like before I messed with him and after I messed with him, and I actually really like the way it turned out. But somebody actually messaged me something. I don't remember the name of the person, but they said that he looks like this lady, and the lady was like, I think in her 40s or 50s, and I was like, oh, ha ha ha, like he looks like her. He really does look like her. And then I was like, maybe like she could be his like make-believe mom. I really wish I had her name too, so I could like tell you guys who it was and you could look her up. But she was similar in the sense that she had curly hair and she had like heavy eye makeup. But I was like, oh yeah, like she really does like look like him. And the person kept on stressing and stressing, like, you know, he really looks like her. He looks very feminine. And I was like, okay, like I get it, you know. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of getting annoyed, and I think the person could tell by my tone. But after that, we just, I don't want to say squashed it because it wasn't really an issue. But yeah, so he looks like a grown lady or something or whatever. But yeah, this is him, and I don't know, I feel like because all my dolls are kind of sort of dark. I don't want to say like they're emo, because I don't think any of them are emo. Maybe him though, maybe Hashish, because it's like I just see him like being an emotional teen. Like I feel like he just, I don't know, he just like he feels like nobody understands him, and he likes to act out and get under people's skin. That's the vibe I get whenever I see him and look at him or whatever. But yeah, I'm really happy the way he turned out. This is this is actually Kane's wig. I don't know if you guys remember in my past videos, the ring doll Jack the Ripper, the one that I unfortunately broke, and he was, I don't want to say the price, but he was a lot of money. He was a limited edition, and I broke him. So I don't know, like I still love him, but it's like ever since I broke him, it was just like every time I looked at him, it was kind of painful. So I decided to put him to the side, and you know, the wig was just sitting there, and I was like, you know, let me use it. And then poof, I put it on his head, and it actually looks amazing. So I love it because it's like you can style it up. You can put it over his face. You can put it to the side. Like, I love it. So that's him. Oh, you didn't even see his shoes. Cute little shoes. I got these on Taobao. You guys should check out my Taobao box openings, because that's where I get a lot of clothes for these guys. Well, actually, lately I've been doing a lot of commission. I feel like I say that wrong. How do you say it? Is it like do commission, act commission? Like, what is that? Like when you tell somebody like, okay, can you make this, this, and this? Is that what it is? Like do commission, act commission? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it's I commission, like commission work. Is that? I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. But yeah, I usually get shoes. I want to say shoes, accessories, wigs. I don't really buy wigs anymore. Like lately I've been making a lot of wigs. Like I bought like a F-ton of alpaca and lamb fur, because usually I use lamb fur, but I've been seeing a lot of alpaca wigs on Instagram, and I'm sorry, but like wigs be going for like 120, 80, 90, and I'm just like like that's a whole head. If you go on Alice Collections, that's a whole head. Doll Zone, Doll Chateau, that's a whole head. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying a head for a wig. If I can make the wig, if I can make something like this out of yarn or lamb fur or something, I'm not paying all that for a wig. And yeah, they're nice or whatever, but I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, because actually when I bought the alpaca the first time, and I bought a raw alpaca and I had to clean it myself, it took me 2 days just to clean because it was so raw and dirty, and it had like manure, whatever it is, feces, whatever. It had dirt, dust, it was tangled, and I just had to comb it and like untangle it, wash it. It just took so long just to get the smell out. So I get it why the wigs are expensive, but it's just I can't afford that. I can't afford it, nor do I, like, it does it sit in my conscience that, yeah, that's a good price for a wig. Like, I can't. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I haven't really been buying wigs lately. I've been more into like making wigs. Like, I've been more into making wigs, and I've been more into a lot of things. Making wigs, commissioning, that's how you say it, commissioning artists, seamstress, whatever, to make clothes, like specific clothes. Because the reason why is I really noticed that a lot of the clothes that my BJDs had, well, aside from Cotton Honey and like 2 other like people from like I shop from on Etsy, and maybe some of the Bears clothes that I have, but other than that, like I want to say 40% of the clothes that I had for them was just like meh. It was like, it was nice, it looked nice, but it was just like, what does this say about that character? And it was like nothing. It was just a nice striped t-shirt, a nice white t-shirt. It was like I had to do something to the clothes to make it feel like, you know, it belonged to that character. And I was fine with it, but then when I realized, like, wow, I could, like, let me show you, for example. So, I don't know if you guys know my channel, but I'm really into K-pop. And, like, the fact that I could commission somebody to make this, like, this was, like, designed, well, I was inspired by Off-White, but I actually put a little, like, you know, effort into it, like, saying, like, okay, how can I change this to not make it, like a blatant, like, stealing, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know, instead of putting whatever image they had in the front, how about we put, oh yeah, I blanked out on his name for a second. But how about we put Yisung on the front, and then, like, you know, put sushi. So I decided, like, you know, how about they have a clothing line that they wear, and the clothing line would be called Sushi Boys. So that's why there's sushi. If you look on my Instagram, well, not right now, but when I do post them wearing these, you'll see that a lot of the clothes that they wear has the word sushi on it somewhere, and that's kind of like their line, kind of, I want to say. But anyways, I was just like, if I can commission somebody to make something that has meaning, that has, like, you know, something that I like in it, like, why not? As opposed to, I'd rather spend, you know, $20 making a custom t-shirt than $5 making like a little white t-shirt that is just like only nice for that day, like, you know. So I've been going through that, and like I don't know if you can tell, let me see if I can turn you guys a little bit. Well, it looks like one, but there's like actually another clothing rack behind that. Usually it's like one here and one here, but I just put them all on this side, and then the shoes are on the bottom. But I decided to go through all of that, and I still have drawers of clothing here, and so I took a lot of the stuff. Like, I probably took like over 50 items of clothing and shoes and wigs and all that stuff. It was just like, I don't need this, and yeah, I started to get rid of them. Same thing for like heads and stuff, like heads and bodies. But yeah, that, and so I was saying wigs, clothes, and what was the other thing I was gonna say? I forget. But I've also been into like really specific about body types and also heads. So I have I don't want to say my most expensive head, but if you guys know, I I found a distant memory Hwayoung. I hope I said that right, but I found him a while ago, and yeah, the price was not worth it. I regret it now, but luckily I found somebody that was willing to pay what I paid for him. So, whew, but he was he was not worth the price. Although I love him. Actually, where is he? I love him, but he was not worth the price. Okay, I think he might be in a box like under my bed or something. But like, I actually did a really nice face up on him too. Like, I think one of my best face ups ever. If you wanted to see that, you can go on my story. I think it's called face up. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So I recently sold him, but I've been more into like cheaper heads. Like, cause it took me a while to realize, cause like I'm not really that new to the hobby. I am, but I'm not. Like, I'm not a newbie where I'll make like basic mistakes, but I'm still new in the sense that there's a lot of things I don't know. But it took me a while to realize that it's not the type of head that makes a doll like so unique or pretty or whatever. It's the work that you do to it to achieve that look, you know. And like, I didn't realize I was over here buying like these expensive ass heads, and like, yeah, they were nice like without the face up, but then it's like you put the face up on them, it's just like you can get a let's say you can get like, I don't really know like what's the cheapest head that you can get, but like the cheapest that I've seen for a head, let's say for SD size, I think was $75, and you can get a head either on the secondhand market, because usually that's where the prices of the head are inflated, but you can get a head on the secondhand market for like $300, $500, like more than that sometimes. And it's just like, yeah, like, you know, they're two different priced heads, but that doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's what you make of the head. And it took me a while to realize that, because I had like so many heads that some were cheap and some were not. Like some, like I said, I'm not even gonna talk about the price, but some of them were like so expensive. I was just like, I looked at them and I was just like, this is the cheapest head I have, and I like it better than this one. Why do I have this one? Like, you know. And then like I sat down and actually looked at all my dolls and all the heads that I had and all the bodies. I'm just like I was like, something is wrong here. And like, that's part of the reason why I didn't make any videos, because I was so depressed. I don't want to say depressed, I'm sorry, whoa, that was totally not the right word, but I was just so disappointed in myself. And I was just like what are you doing? Like, I actually had like an inner monologue. I was like, what are you doing right now? Like, you're losing sight of why you like this hobby, like why you joined this hobby. Like, you joined for the creativity, not like, you know. And so yeah, I've been going through that. So I actually got rid of a lot of my expensive and heads that I don't use, and bodies, etc. And I've been looking into more cheaper and more affordable sculpts. So I've been into a lot of Doll Zone, Doll Chateau, Doll Family H, Doll Family A, and just basically I've been, because like I think what it was is that I did not want to wait for a doll. So a lot of the times I went on the secondhand market, and on there it's like you see like all these beautiful dolls, and it's just like, oh, they're so nice, but like the price, no. But I was just like, it's okay, I could afford that. And then it was just like 2-3 months later, it was just like, whoa, like what are they all, like who are all these dolls and why are they in my house, like, you know. So I decided to get rid of them and basically go on Alice Collections, because I didn't really know like how cheap Alice Collections was, because like I heard about it, but then like when I went on there the first time and I was looking at the clothes, and I was like, $30 for a sweater, and I was like, you can get that on Taobao for like $5, $10, $15 at most. So I was like, yeah, Alice Collections is probably not the site for me. And ever since then I stopped using it. But then one time while I was at work, I was just like, I'm bored, let me look at some dolls or whatever. And I was like, these dolls, like this head is $80, are you serious? And I really like the head, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? So basically that's how I came to love Alice Collections now. Like, that's where I get like, actually I think I have I think, because like the very first one I bought at Alice Collections was the Doll Family, I think H or A Max, but I liked him with the face up, which is funny, but then when he arrived, I was just like, oh. So I actually quickly sold that to one of my friends on Instagram, and she loves him, so I can't wait to see what she does with him. But right now I have, I think I have, I want to say five heads that I purchased, but like all together, like they were like under, I think under 400. So it was actually like a good investment. Like it was like, okay, like these are really nice. So, and then on top of that, they have like the free shipping. So, hello. But yeah, and what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, bodies. So it was the wigs, the clothes, the heads, and the bodies. So bodies, I've been really like, cause I don't know, I did this thing where I went online. It was just like BJD bodies and comparisons and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, this body's so nice, I gotta have it. And I got the body, and it was just like who is gonna fit on this body? And then, like, for example, I bought this. I bought this. Well, it actually was for a character. It was for my Sum York, but I bought him the Sum Idealian 75 ID body. So it's like 75 centimeters. It's like a small child. It's so big, but like at the time, because like I do not like Sum. I love their heads. Hello, Sum Heliot. He's my favorite sculpt, but I just don't like their bodies. So I don't know why, but I bought the body, and I was just like, it arrived. And like before I even opened the box, I was like, I'm gonna hate this body. And I opened the box and I hated it, like immediately. Like literally I opened the box and I was like, nope, and then I closed it right back up. So like I don't know, it's just I just been going through this thing where I was just like buying bodies that I didn't really want, but I was just like, okay, this character would look nice on it. But it was just like, okay, like the character would look nice on it though, but do I like it? Like does it really justify the cost? And I didn't think about that, and I finally did, and I was just like, okay, yeah, these bodies gotta go. Like, they gotta go. And I've also been into, like, because I like cheap bodies. Like, I like bodies that are affordable, but I also like them to be nice aesthetically, and I hope I said that right. Whatever. I want them to be nice in that way, and I also want them to be, like, I want them to be nice, like posability wise. Like, I don't really care too much about, like, as long as it can stand. Like, that's my one thing. As long as the dog can stand. If the dog can sit up straight, like I don't want to have to put them leaning against something. Like that's frustrating. Like, why? Like, you got to be able to sit. If I'm gonna put $200, $300 into you, got to stand and you got to sit. Like, no. So those two, and then I don't care if they can't touch their face. If they can at least put their hands up and do some kind of gesture or whatever. That's all I care about. Like, those three things basically. And yeah, they just can't look crappy. Like, they have to, like, for example, for him. Like, I love his body because it's so pretty. Like, you see that? With tattoos on and everything. Like, and then he can, like, do all this. And I've been really big into jointed hands, but they're so expensive. So I'm just like, we're going to have to wait on that. But, yeah, so I've been really into that. And that's why my collection is so small. Because I don't know if you guys remember before, but, like, they used to fill, like this, both of these tables. But, like little by little, I got rid of them, and I actually have some others that I need to get rid of, so that'll probably be in another sales video. Like, I'll probably, like, just display all the heads that I want to sell, along with, like, the clothes, just whatever I have left. But yeah, so anyways, moving on. I'm sorry I went on, like, a little, that's not really a rant, but, like, I just feel like I have to get that off my chest, because that's something I've just been really thinking about, and I wanted to address it in this video, but I just didn't know when to address it. I don't know, that time just felt like the right time. But yeah, okay, we're gonna move on to him. This is Whiskey. So don't laugh at his name, okay? So I recently bought, well, not recently, this was like, I think a couple months ago. Okay, sorry for itching my eye. I've been doing it, I don't know, a lot, because like there's some hair in my eye and it's like not going away. But I bought him. By the way, this is a Rumple Doll Morpheo. I bought him, and I bought a Rumple Doll Abaddon. Okay, so I first saw the Abaddon because, like, I saw the Morpheo plenty of times, but I didn't really care for him that much. I was just like, you know, he's nice, but he's not like, oh, I gotta have him. But I saw the Abaddon, and I was like, whoa, like, I need that doll. And then I talked to the maker, and they were just like, oh yeah, you missed a pre-order, but I do this thing where, like, you know, I make custom, like, I take two and I customize them and I sell them, but they're gonna be a little bit more pricier because they're customized. And I was like, oh really? Like, I'm all for it. But she was like, oh, it's first come first serve. And I was like, oh nah, like, with the way I work, I'm probably not gonna be able to get this doll. But somehow it's like, it's funny too, because it's like every sculpt that I'm just like, well, except for one, I'll get to that, but every sculpt that I want, that I think I'll never get, I somehow, like, see it on the secondhand market, and it's just like, whoa, like I really wanted this doll like 2 weeks ago, and boom, here it is. So that happened with the Distant Memory Hyoung, that happened with the Lily Cat Elena, that happened with the Ole, that happened with what was it, the Abaddon. It happened with so many, like, well, except for two actually, Gangster Doll Jaeger and the Nabarro Wally. Those are like my two right now that I really effing want, but I cannot find them. But yeah, so anyways, it was him and Abaddon, and they were being sold for so freaking much, and I don't know why, but I purchased them because like just one of them alone was almost like, I don't like saying prices. If you want to know how much they were going to be, message me, but I don't feel like saying the price. But let's just say they were overpriced AF. But at the time I didn't care, and I really wanted them, so I got him and his, you know, his other, and I decided to name him Whiskey and then name the other one Bourbon. Let me really quick show you guys a close-up on his face-up. So he was actually done by Pint Size Palace. Like usually I do my face-ups, but I knew, ooh, almost dropped my whole setup, but I knew that Pint Size Palace, Sarah, would be able to do a really amazing job, because I seen like her characters like Asher and then other skulls that she did for other people. So I was just like, I really want her to do this, because I know she'll do a really good job, and plus she only charges $35. So I was just like, boom, girl, like you're doing this. So I sent him and Abaddon to her to do, and like it was awesome. And then they both came back, and then it, like they came back around the time where I was going through that little, you know, self-depreciation stage where it was just like, okay, well, like why did I buy all these? And it was just like, okay, one of you has to go. And like it's funny because I really fell in love with Abaddon, but then like when I saw them with the face up, I was more attached to the Morpheo than the Abaddon, so I ended up keeping him. So it was supposed to be Whiskey and Bourbon because they both had skulls. Like he had the more like warm like skull. Oh look, because I told her to draw like some kind of like dots and symbols on his forehead, and then she drew this thing, and I was just like, you know, the symbol on his forehead looks like a stormtrooper, right? And she's like, oh my god, haha, I didn't even notice. But yeah, he kind of has like a stormtrooper on his forehead. Totally unintentional, but whatever. But anyways, it's supposed to be Whiskey and Bourbon, and yeah, I decided to sell him, and he sold like literally I think the same day. I was like, whoa. But anyways, yeah, so this is him. I don't want to talk about his character, like I said. I want to do that maybe later on in another video. But this wig I made, it's supposed to be like half like head of this is shaved and the other one is like filled with hair. I usually like draw like hair on the scalp, but I felt like completely shaved bald looked better, and I like how it looks in a ponytail, but it also looks really good when it's down too, but I kind of want to keep it like this for right now. This is what he's wearing. He's wearing Tay shoes, and then these jeans were for Jin, but Jin is kind of on the needs to be sold right now block, so we're gonna let him borrow these for now. And then this shirt is was from a seller, or not, yeah, seller on Etsy. I do not remember the name, but this seller, they make such nice clothing for so cheap. This was like 10 bucks, but this took like almost 3 months to get here. And like, if you guys can handle that, that's all you, but like I can't. Like if I need something, like I need it now, because by the time like it gets here, it's like I forgot, like okay, I don't need it anymore. So like I don't know, I still liked it, so that's why I still own it. But all the others, I was just like, they gotta go. But yeah, so this is Whiskey, you all. I don't know, tell me what you guys think about him, cause like I like him, but I don't feel like I like him right now, and I want to like him, but I've been going through this thing. It's like I give dolls like 2 months to like make me feel some type of way, and if you don't, then you gotta go. So hopefully he can, I don't know, strike something. Like the body is all there, it's just, I don't know, maybe I gotta change the eye color. Maybe I have to give him something more light, because like on camera his eyes look really good, because like they're like they actually go with his name Whiskey, because they're like a whiskey brown color, and they have like little flecks in them, because like they're like realistic looking eyes. But like without lighting, it isn't really, I don't know, maybe if I could put him in the light, if you can, you still can't see. But anyways, yeah, that's him. Well, actually, he looks better in lighting. He's like the only doll right now that looks good in lighting, because like everyone else gets washed out. But yeah, this is him. Let me give you another close up, because it was kind of hard to see before. He looks really good though. I love his nose. I love how like she put the little black on there, so he looks really cute. And then like all of this right here is like raw skin. Ugh, I love it. But yeah, this is Whiskey, guys. Tell me what you guys think about him in the comments. Yeah. Oh, and also his ears. You can't really see, but there's like some freckles, like some blushing in there. Fuck it, you guys can't see it. Okay, his spot back there is really far, so I'm just gonna sit him down because I don't got time for that. Because I'm pretty sure I'm like almost at the 40-minute mark. So, okay. So moving on. Actually, let me get Zod. So you guys, if you've been watching my channel, you should know who Zod is. He is my Dolce Ray Lewis. He's on, I forgot what this body's called. It's the 5th motif. I don't remember the name, but it's like the body that Benito's on. But anyways, yeah, this is him. I love. See, look, this is what I'm talking about. Everyone else gets washed out except for Whiskey. But this is Zod. His full name is Azad. But I call him Zod. I don't know. It's like they already have short names, but I always shorten it. Like, whatever. But anyways, this is him. He before had that black wig. It literally looked like the same as this, but the parting was, I think, the parting was on. No, actually, the part was on this side. Yeah, the parting was the same. And the difference was it was black, and then he had like a blue streak, and then I got some feathers. Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. That's why I keep on pausing. But yeah, I got him some feathers. And the thing with Zod is he's Native American, and I haven't really decided. See, I hate talking about characters when they're incomplete, but he's Native American, and like I think I decided he was 20 years old. And then like he was a photographer, yeah, and I don't know, there's a lot, but it's not fully fleshed out yet, but that's all you need to know for now. He's Native American, he's a photographer, his name is Azad Tso, Tso, and well, I think originally his hair color was supposed to be black, but then I just was bored one time, and I decided to make him this red wig, and he's been wearing it ever since. So yeah, but I love Azad because it's like he is so short. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like, look at him compared to everyone else. Well, he was the shortest, but then I got this I got Zane here, and now Zane is the shortest. But Zane, like I said, is temporary. Like his body, maybe his whole body, like head included, will have to go. But for right now, Zane is the shortest. But yeah, this is Zod. This is actually one of the customs that Kohaku.creation made. So it says Senpai on the back, and then it's half black, half white, and then it has pockets in the front, and then it buttons up, and then the actual drawstrings, is that what it's called? They actually work. Like you can actually tighten it, and cute, right? So that's why, like, ooh, his little wig. This is a yarn wig, by the way. Ooh, Zane. I said Zane. Sorry, like a hot mess. Could fix this. Embarrass yourself on camera. I'm sorry, child. Hold up. Okay, but anyways, I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. But anyways, like I was saying, you guys, if you guys don't buy from Kohaku Creations, you guys are stupid. I'm sorry. Like, you guys are stupid. Not trying to offend you or anything, but it's just like, she's so nice and she's so affordable, and she's just like if you have a budget, she can like work with you to, you know, get you what you need at affordable cost. Like it's, and then another thing you could do is like I don't know, like if nobody else ever thought of this, like with her or something, or just doing commissions in general, but like I was just like, because I'm very picky, and also a lot of the stuff that I want, it's not like what people normally make. So I'm just like, okay, I want this specific pattern, as opposed to having her go out and buy it. I buy the fabric or whatever it is that I need, buttons, whatever, and I say, okay, I want you to make this. Here's all the things you'll need. Go make it. Like, it's just like, I don't know, just meet her halfway. And if you can't do that, then she'll, like, you know, help you out or whatever. It's just, I don't see how she's not bigger than what she is, because she just makes so much amazing things. But anyways, yeah, so this is one of the jackets, and I was gonna say something else, but I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so his face up is actually one of the simplest face ups out of all. Wait, let me look at them before I speak. Yeah, I want to say that his face up is like, in terms of like blushing and like skin detailing and all that, his face up is like the most like effortless. Like it's so minimal. Like there's not really much going on, but he looks so good. Maybe it's just me, but I think Za looks so good. Like, and then he has this I don't want to say intense, because he doesn't really, if anything, I don't know. I was gonna say, if anything, maybe Takeout or Hashish has like that really intense look. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm going off topic, but y'all, like my doll, like I'm not afraid of dolls or anything. Like, because I am personally afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of like silence and stuff like that. Like, I feel like normal people should be afraid of this. If like you're afraid of like stuff like that, like that's the type of stuff I'm afraid of. But I was never afraid of dolls, like, ever. Even if I listen to like, I don't know if you guys know what creepypastas are. Even if I listen to creepypastas or scary stories, I'm never afraid of like you know, dolls. So it was so funny because like literally right after I finished Hashish's face up, and then I put on his wig, and he's already dark in the face already because of his heavy eye makeup, and then I put on his like, you know, little getup or whatever. Literally, I turned around to get my phone to take a picture of him, and I turned back around, and I jumped so hard because like he scared the living F out of me, because I was just like, whoa, like, ooh, like, why are you looking at me so hard? Like, it was so funny. But yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Hashish maybe has like the most intense eyes. Like, you probably can't see it on camera, but like with the eye makeup and everything, he has like really big eyes. I think out of all my dolls, he has like the biggest eyes. So like when I turned on and looked at him, like he was like looking right at me, and I was like, okay, like it took me, I think, like a week just to get used to like his face. So, or not even his face, just his eyes. And after that, like, now I'm okay. Like, me and him are like all good in the hood. But before then, I was like, ooh, like, you need to look away. Like literally, because that was the thing with Kane. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I got Kane the first time, because he has like so ring doll eyes, they have this thing where it's like the way they put the iris inside of the glass, it's like when you turn the head at an angle, it still follows you, so it looks like he's looking at you no matter like what way his head is facing. And I'm pretty sure I talked about this in a video that I made like in the past. But anyways, like for him, Kane, like for the longest, like I could only like have him looking at me for like 2 days at most. After that, his hair had to cover his eyes, so I couldn't do it. Like if I'm like across the room and you're looking at me, like, ugh, like it's so creepy to me. But yeah, anyways, like I was talking about his face up, minimal effort, like it. Like the only thing really that he has like is like the eyebrows. I went all out on them. Like it's kind of hard to see on camera, but like I wanted them to be very bushy, very like masculine. And then his eyelashes, that's like my typical style. If you look at a lot of my dolls, they have like messy bottom lashes, and then like top lashes I don't really care for unless like it's a female. And then he has like beauty marking, etc. Then the piercings. But that's Azad. And oh, this is actually one of the shirts. Remember how I was talking about it took like 3 months? This is one of the ones. Took forever. Like look at this. It's like really nice, right? But I think their stuff is from Germany. Like the stuff is really nice, but it takes forever to arrive to you. Like I don't know why. But anyways, that's him. And then last but not least, because this video is getting long, try to wrap this stuff up. Okay, let go of the chair. Thank you. Oh, by the way, that chair, and this one at the bottom here, I got this at, I don't remember the name of the place. I could look it up. But I got this when I went with Kohaku.creation to our dolly meetup, and you would not believe the price. But I actually want to sell the small one because I'll talk about that later in another video, but I actually want to sell a small one. Alright, so this is Takeout. Originally his name was what was it? Suho. It was like Suho or something. His nationality, look at it, it's so pretty. Sorry. But anyways, his nationality was Korean. Ooh, hold up. Oh, by the way, he's on the Doll's Town body. I actually made a box opening video for this, but I never uploaded it. If you guys are interested in seeing the box opening video, I could do it for you. But he's on a Dollstown body, which I really wanted. This is one of those bodies I wanted. This, I want the idolls.bjd, which I found somehow. Like I said, like whenever I want things that I don't think I'll ever find, I do. So I found that for like a really good price. I think I found it for like $250. Yeah, it was like $250. Can you believe that? A $500, maybe even $600 body for $250. So found that for so cheap. But yeah, this is the Oriental. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about him, but he is in Copper Oriental. But I sent him out for face up and color matching. So I don't know if you guys can see, but like it's nearly almost perfect. But yeah, I can't remember the name of the person. He's so good. Like I saw one of his face ups that he did, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you did that yourself, like it's amazing. Like, do you think you could do a face up for me? And he was like, oh, I never really done one. I was like, what? Like, you're okay, well, you're about to do your very first face up because you're freaking amazing. And look at him, like are you kidding me? Like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. And it actually made him a wig, but I don't know why he doesn't have it on. I think it's because he doesn't, like, the wig doesn't, it's not thick enough when you put it into a ponytail, so you kind of, like, the ponytail is kind of like wispy, but I wanted something more like messy and kind of tangled looking. So this is actually a wig that I bought on eBay. I don't remember how much I bought it for, but this was originally supposed to be a wig for a character I had called Credence, which was a Supio doll Guillaume, but Guillaume arrived and that head looked like a freaking alien. Like the face, like, I mean, it's one of those heads. Remember how I was mentioning before, it's like you see the head on Instagram and you're just like, whoa, like that face up on that head looks amazing, I gotta have that head. And then you get the head and it's just like is this the same head? It's just like, I don't know, I just saw him with the face up and I was just like, I really want this head. And I got the head and he looked like an alien and I sold him. So yeah, this wig was supposed to be for him, for the Credence character, but I since sold that head, so this wig has been sitting around, and this is his type of hairstyle, curly hair like this. Actually, I actually have the wig right here that I made for him. So it's a really nice wig made out of Tibetan lamb fur. It's really nice and curly, but oof, I love this hair, or this fiber, but it always gets in my mouth somehow. Like whenever I'm talking, it gets in my mouth. It's so annoying. But anyways, yeah. So this is his kind of hair texture, really long curly hair. He usually, like in my mind, I see him kind of like, what's that guy that plays Aquaman? Jason Momoa? I think it's Jason Momoa. Hold on, my mouth's getting a little dry. But I kind of see him like the Jason Momoa, because when I I didn't even say what sculpt he is. By the way, guys, he's a Doll Prica Umbra. I don't know if she still has any available, because when I first saw him, this was like after she did her old pre-order thing, but she still had some heads left, and my stupid ass got him in Copper Oriental as opposed to just getting him in Oriental. But I ended up finding this body in Oriental, and I was stuck because I was trying to sell him for the longest so I could get him in Oriental, which she still had one left and she was holding for me, but nobody ever wanted to buy him. But I was like, you know, fine, I'll get him color matched. And the reason why I didn't want to get him color matched is because I don't have time for the head to be chipping and like just, you gotta be fragile and everything with it because you know you're color matching it. But actually, now that I see him all color matched, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, he's not gonna get all scratched up. If anything, the only area you gotta worry about is his face. You don't have to worry about the head cap or the back of the head, back of the neck, because it's like the hair is always gonna be covering that. So yeah. But anyways, I wanted, like, when I the first time saw him, like what came to mind was like a Japanese like samurai yakuza kind of like archer type character. But when I got him in the Copper Oriental, he came across as like a Samoan. But then I got this body, and then I wanted him to be color matched, and now he's color matched, and he's a yakuza. Like, that's all I see him as. So I actually wanted to work on his tattoos. I wanted to get him, or not get him, but actually like draw like, you know, maybe like a giant dragon on the back, or oni or something, and then have like some waves and some flower petals and just some like a really big art piece, and have like a woman or something, and have something all over his chest. Like the only thing that wouldn't really be tattooed would be his legs, maybe the back of his what's that called, shin, calf. The back of his, like the calf would probably have something, but mostly I wanted to really focus on his upper chest part, his arms, and his back. I wanted that to be all like tattooed up, but I ran out of what's it called, MSC, Mr. Super Clear, the sealant spray. So I mean, I could buy some, and it usually takes like 3 days to ship, but it's so expensive, and I was just like, ugh, like let me just hold on to this character and see how I feel in, like, I don't know, let me see how I feel in like a couple of weeks, and because I don't want to, like, you know, spend all that money at MSC, and I'm just like, oh, that's not his character anymore. So I decided to just wait on that, and it's been like 3 weeks now, and he's still Yakuza, so I eventually have to get him that MSC. But I want him to be in like really big oversized clothing like this, like really big sweaters and like really nice knit tops, and then like joggers. So actually these three, this whole outfit that he's wearing right now, besides the necklace, I made the necklace. I also made him some bracelets. I make jewelry, guys. I wanted to sell my jewelry, but I don't know, I never got to it. I wanted to just sell like maybe 5 pieces for $5, or maybe, I don't know, something. But like with the whole shipping and everything, shipping should be like $3, $3.50. But I felt like nobody would really care, so I mostly just made jewelry for my dolls. But if you're interested, like, I could do a whole video about, like, you know, what I make and what I can make and stuff, because I usually make chokers and all types of stupid shit. But sorry, his it looks like I'm choking him, but he does this thing where he like bends forward, and it's so hard to bend him back. So that's what I was trying to do. But anyways, I really like him in like really lazy gear, like oversized sweaters, hoodies, shirts, and really like baggy pants. And then I want him in, like, you know, Toms, like, you know, those shoes that are like, they look like, I don't know, like, you know, what is his name from One Direction, Louis Tomlinson, however you say his name, how like he always had Toms on. Oh, that's funny, that's like his last name. I never really realized that. But anyways, I want him to be in like those type of shoes. The only reason why he's wearing these boots is because this is the only shoe right now. Well, I have another shoe, but the other one is just too much. But this is the only shoe that could fit him right now, so that's why he's wearing this. But anyways, yeah, so basically that's Takiao. This video, I did not expect it to go 52 minutes, but I mean, going 3 months without making a video, like, what do you expect? So hopefully some of you guys made it this far, because I know I probably wouldn't have, well, unless it was like a good topic. But I'm sorry if I bored you guys, if you got this far, and if you enjoyed, I'm glad. But this is like it for right now. I just wanted to talk about what's been going on with me and the hobby, and then like who I have and who I don't have. And oh, I actually have Sunny, but I sold her body to my best friend in the hobby. It was Wizard Lord Shay, I think it is. Oh, I hope I get it right, because I don't want her to get mad at me if I forget. But Wizard Lord Shay, she's like one of my very first friends I ever made in this hobby, like that actually talked to me and everything, and you know, we talked back and forth, and now we're like this. So I had April Story, what was it? April Story, what was it? 65 centimeter body. It was actually Pint Size Palace's old body for Rin, and then she sold it. And then somebody, I don't know, somebody, like, it was like a back and forth trade situation, whatever. I don't care about that part. I just liked the body, I bought it. But then I didn't like the way the hands looked. The hands really threw me off. Like the body, if you Google, well, it's kind of hard to find that body because it's discontinued. But I might have some pictures on my phone. So if you're interested in seeing what that body looks like, or if you need to see a video, I could probably ask my friend Shay to send some to you. But anyways, that body, like the hip area is so nice. Like, it's so sexy, I guess. Like the hip bones not bones, but like the hips, like it goes in and then it goes out. Like she has like love handles, and then her back dimples and just everything about that body. The only thing that I hated was the hands, because the hands are so like manly to me. Like Shay loves it, but I just looked at her hands, because like if you guys are familiar with Soul Doll, like their heads are so tiny, like they have really big bodies. That's another company where I like their heads and I just don't like their bodies, just like Soon. But anyways, the body is just ugh. Anyways, the hands were just so big when you put it next to the head, and it was just like I couldn't. And then like I didn't like the way she sat. She stood perfect, like she stood like a rock, but the way she sat was just terrible. And then the neck was fine, but it was she and the thing was her arms went in more. Like it was nice, but it didn't go with the head. So it was just too many reasons why I shouldn't keep the body. And like I said, I was going through that phase where it was just like, do I really need it? So I was like, okay, so I got rid of her. And actually now she's in the hands of somebody that really likes her, which I'm glad, because she was just wasting away here. But if you guys want, let me actually go get her for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, this is what I was talking about, by the way. Hold on, let me get her hair. She was sitting in the box, so she's a little wonky right now. Okay, so this is Sunny. You guys, if you are familiar with like my schoolgirl haul video, then you know who she is. Oh my goodness, could we like have a normal lighting? Okay, whoops. Okay, so this is her right now. She currently does have a body. I want to get her a what is it called? The Doll Zone 58 centimeter body, or the 56. I'm open to whatever. I saw Moderately Vivid Jude. I saw he was selling that body, the 56 centimeter, but he was selling it in white skin, and unfortunately she is a normal skin, so it wouldn't work. But this is a face up I gave her, and I really love it. My inspiration for this was I don't know if you guys know Kiko Mizuhara. She's a Japanese model. She used to date G-Dragon. But yeah, so I saw a picture of her wearing like this red glossy like eye makeup, and I decided to give it to her, but I didn't make the eyelid glossy though. But yeah, and then she has resin eyes that I got for 10 bucks. I think the normal price is like 25, but the person that sold it to me sold it so cheap, and I was like, what? So I got it. But yeah, this is Sunny. She doesn't have a body right now, but when she does, it's gonna be on and popping. But yeah, that's my video. I was supposed to show you guys some clothes, but like, hey, we're already almost an hour in. I think that could go in another video. So yeah, that's it. If there's things that I talked about, but I guess you have questions about, put a comment below or message me on Instagram. My Instagram will be below. Like, subscribe, all of that mess, you know. Hit the bell if you want to be updated when I make a video. Yeah, matter of fact, hit the bell, because I like as of right now I update like once in a blue moon, but I'm gonna try, because usually I update like once a week, sometimes twice a week, but I'm gonna try. It's probably gonna be like twice a month, but I'm gonna try to do like at least once every week like I used to. So hit the bell, because I know you guys, if you like the content, you guys want to be like updated on when I post, so you should hit the bell. That's a really good idea. Hit the bell, subscribe, follow my Instagram, feedback, comment, like, all that mess. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this wasn't a waste of your time, and if you got this far, really thank you so much, because like that really means a lot. It means that there's actually people out there that care about what I have to say, and it's kind of like, it helps me, because a lot of the time I feel like the decisions I make are just stupid, but to know that there are people out there that actually are going through what I go through, it actually helps. So please give me feedback, positive or negative, constructive negative. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I love you guys, so thank you for watching. Mwah!